Welcome back to Veterans Field for more of the Anglers Extra pregame show. I'm Drew Carter. Time for Catch of the Day now, joined by Rodney Hutchison Jr. Rodney, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing pretty well, thank you. You went 3 scoreless innings yesterday. How you feeling?
I'm feeling a little sore today. Just taking a couple weeks off. Like our school season didn't go as we planned, so I got a little more time off. But just getting back into things. The 3 innings yesterday was. I'm a little sore.
Now, long relief appearances are actually something you're pretty used to. At Carolina this year, you threw 58 and 2/3 innings as a reliever. Why do you feel like you're able to go so deep into games?
Growing up, I've been a starter. Freshman year, I started at UNC, and even this whole preseason at UNC, I was a starter. So as soon as the season rolled up, they said, "Hey, we want you in the pen," and I said, "That's fine as long as I'm out there pitching, helping the team win." So I'm used to going, 6, 7, 8 innings, but whatever they call to ask me to do, I'll do. So.
Can you give us an idea of what you're throwing out there?
Yeah, I go two-seam fastball, four-seam fastball, changeup, cutter, and curveball.
5 pitches?
Yep. I try to mix them all in there, keep them off balance, and so just keep them off balance. That's all that matters.
So the guy calling those pitches behind the plate, Cody Roberts, your teammate at North Carolina.
Yep.
What's it like working with him?
Oh, it's awesome. He's one of the best in the country back there. I've played with him my freshman year. We played together last summer too. So then back there this year as sophomores, and even this summer getting to play with him again. It's really nice. So going back for our junior season, it'll definitely be nice having him back there. So
let's talk about last summer. Holly Springs Salamanders of the Coastal Plains League. Can you compare the two leagues between the Coastal Plain and the Cape League?
Very similar. Both very competitive leagues. Honestly, I think you see a lot more better arms up here in the Cape. Even bats. It's just it's a little step up, but they're both very competitive leagues, and I've had a lot of fun in both of them. So nothing bad to say about either of them.
And Cody is not your only UNC teammate here with Chatham this summer. You're one of 4 Tar Heels on the roster. What's it like playing with those guys?
It's awesome, man. I think one of the reasons we had a lot of success this year was we were a tight group of guys. We had fun on the field and off the field, so it's good to have a couple of those guys here this summer.
Now, you're actually not from North Carolina. You're from Mason, Ohio, right outside Cincinnati. How'd you end up at UNC?
The recruiting process. A lot of schools. I talked to a lot of schools, but just the coaches, the school, the education, facilities. I can't say enough good things about UNC. I knew it was the one, and I couldn't be any happier with my choice. So.
Growing up, you played a ton of different sports, right? I saw 4 sports in high school. How'd you settle on baseball, and did you ever think about going maybe multi-sport in college?
It crossed my mind. I grew up playing hockey. I thought hockey was my path for a long time, but football, basketball, baseball, it really just baseball just kind of paved its own way. So. I love all those sports, and I think it kind of made me into the athlete that I am, but I'm really glad I chose baseball. So.
You're 6'6", so the basketball thing makes sense. How do you think your height helps you out there on the mound?
It's I think it creates a tough angle just with the size. I have a unique 3/4 slot, kind of get some run on the ball, but I don't know. I guess I don't really have a choice with how big I am, so that's just I do my thing. But yeah, just from being a hitter, a big person out there on the mound creates a tough angle. So I just try to use that, use my size to my advantage.
Okay, now your grandfather played for the Chicago White Sox.
Yeah.
Are you a White Sox fan?
No, he tried out for the White Sox. I don't know all the details, but I knew my grandfather was a really good ball player, a big legend in my hometown. So. I never got to meet my grandfather, but I've heard nothing but good things about the type of person he was and the ball player he was. But he never actually played for the White Sox, but he definitely had a shot to play. And then a lot of things happened with family, and then in that time the draft with the war and everything. So I just knew he was a really good ball player, and he had a shot. So I don't know all the facts about that, but yeah, he was a good ball player. So.
Now, we do know one fact about your family. Your last name is Hutchison, not Hutchinson.
Yeah.
We've had some difficulties with that up in the press box. How frequent is it that guys mess up your name and add an extra N in there?
Oh, it's nobody ever gets it right. I was really happy you approached me and asking what it was. So, it's Hutchison with I-S-O-N, no N in there. And I like the junior too, because I'm proud to be my dad's Rodney Sr. So, yeah, I was really happy that you actually came and asked what it was. So I appreciate it.
All right, I'm doing my job. Hutchison Jr. All right,
Yep.
we got that down now.
Yep.
Last one for you here. We've heard some of the guys in the dugout howling at you. I've heard that throughout the season. What is that?
I honestly couldn't even tell you. A lot of goofballs in there. It's kind of something we brought from UNC, but I couldn't even tell you what it is. Just anything to get your mind off baseball and just have a little fun. So I couldn't even tell you.
All right, Rodney, thank you very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Rodney Hutchison Jr., 3 scoreless innings yesterday for Chatham. Tonight, the Anglers take on the Mariners here at Veterans Field. Now more Anglers Extra pregame show with Max Hurst.